Okay, I'm going to do something now.
The girl keeps her hands folded, hidden. Why is that?
Hey, where do you keep your hands from?
What do you mean, sir?
She looks wary.
She looks around anxiously. Her hands remain folded in front of her. She doesn't want to show them. The lieutenant stands by, looking at the two of you with little interest.
It's okay.
She brings out her reddened hands, her nails frayed, nearly chewed down to the flesh.
You bite your nails.
And you knew this from me keeping my hands folded?
She shoots you a suspicious glance.
Well, that proves nothing. Anyone could do an easy deduction like that.
Her eyes flash with defiance. She's not impressed. Want more? I bet I can figure out why you bite your nails. Got a few reasons in mind. You think so? Fine, do better. To do something
You're
about
quite
me.
sober.
She snaps back quite.
The lieutenant does not flinch at the comment. He does not flinch even a single bit. He is intensely not flinching. It takes effort.
Wait, how do you know I'm usually not?
Because you usually aren't.
I'm having a grand time.
I sure hope you are, sir.
There she stands, swaying on her feet, assaulted by the early spring breeze. She smiles at you. The whole situation suddenly feels familiar. Somehow, there's something you're missing. You have absolutely no idea. Familiar? How? You must have forgotten something you heard again.
Sounds about right. What is romance?
It's the type of book where there's a rich lady and she has to choose between the good man and the bad man.
She smiles at the thought, perhaps imagining herself in that situation.
Or there could be a story about a poor lady getting a rich man. It's about man and lady business, sir.
About a poor man getting a rich lady.
It happens, but usually the guy gets rich in the process. Or should actually be rich himself, but has lost his family property unjustly, like during the revolution or something.
I see.
Those are unhappy books, for most of the pages. People sad about what they have lost, but then it all turns out just fine in the end.
About when everyone is poor.
That's really not a proper romance story. That's more like everyday life.
Sometimes you have to write about real things.
Not in romance books, sir. These are about nice and pretty people, and everyone is happy in the end.
What about a book where the man and lady business doesn't work out at all?
I haven't read many of those. Maybe you should ask Mum.
Yeah? You think she is one about an excruciatingly painful breakup?
I don't think it's a romance story if the main characters break up, though.
Pauses, tries to figure out an appropriate answer. No, think about it. One where they plunge into a torrid spiral of pain and recrimination, only it's really long and drawn out. Scarred for life, phantom limb.
Sometimes they break up for a little while, but then they always get back together.
That's enough romance for me, I've had enough questions.
Maybe some about other books?
Okay, bye. See you around. How do I look at the... There we go. The book is titled... Yeah, I get that. Why are things so difficult to look at? Point operator viewer has been banged up, inoperable. Going back to north. Ad reads, broken window, Tibbs has windows. If you had a bag in your head, in your hand, perhaps you could collect these bottles and sell them. I don't have a bag in my hand though. Do I have a bag at all? Maybe I've got a bag. You're a handkerchief, not a bag. Okie dokie. Artichokey. So that was a bookstore. Boiling rags. I really want to talk to him. Where's your car, mate? I've walked past it several times, haven't I? Gosh darn it. Egypt.
Before you stands a motor carriage. The bodywork is covered in blue and white livery, bearing the number 57. Vapor emanates from the large engine on the back of the vehicle. It hasn't had time to cool off yet. This must be the infernal machine, that toy from Oblivion. The Caprice Kinema motor carriage.
Oh.
In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out toolbox under the seat, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge. A scent of leatherwork and heavy fuel oils washes over you.
Pull out the pull-out toolbox.
A metallic drawer slides out from under the seat and clicks into place. The tools inside are neatly organized.
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not protective of my tools, like some men are.
Take the red tip pry bar.
The pry bar feels nice and cold in your hand, heavier than you'd think. Useful for opening all sorts of doors and lids.
Rubble-handed
The
chain
handles
cutters.
are long and sleek. Snap, snap, go the cutters in your hand. You can do good work with these. Cut chains, locks, and ropes, especially belts.
Hand crank flashlight.
Robust, weatherproof, and well-made. Police issue, blue. Lets you see things in the dark you would otherwise miss.
Push in
The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. Preheater gauge casts a warm glow on the steering levers and the radio on its hook. The frequency tableau lights up, and the green button labeled Prime Line glows like a feline eye. And then you hear something. The soft purr of electrical kittens. Radio waves cast far and wide over the metropolis. A woman's voice greets you through the static.
Ooh.
This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant.
Oh.
How may I assist you?
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st precinct here. I'm putting him on.
Oh, I need my badge.
Operating the radio is easy. Just be confident. You've probably done it 1,000 times.
Come in dispatch, come in dispatch. Come in Delta 10, this is File Walker copy. Hi Alice, this is the officer from the 41st. Nice to meet you.
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Voice supplies in the
Under
radio.
the green prime line, a yellow saved button catches your eye. You wonder what the lieutenant's default radio station is.
Could you connect me to the 41st precinct? I have something I need to report.
Just a second, officer.
She puts you on hold, the static crackling softly like a bonfire. After a while you hear an old man greet you from the radio. His rattly voice is oddly familiar.
10-2, 10-5. This is 41st. Come in, over.
The man uses relay code. You've got this. You're a cop, and cops know relay
24
code.
Station 41. I've got an urgent business.
10-4, 10-5. What's your status, over?
Just reporting in over.
10-18. State your message, sir.
I need to report my badge missing. There's personal details I'd like to discuss.
But you said...
Shakes his
Never
head.
mind.
10-9, over.
My badge. I can't find it anywhere. Basically, it's
10-4, message received. This is a very serious situation. I need to 1022 the captain. Over.
Is it him? What does he want?
Says he lost his badge and needs to report it.
He what? He lost his badge?
Hey, who is this?
This is Communication Officer Jules Pilieux, sir. Over.
No, the other one.
You mean your partner? Over.
What is he saying?
He's asking who you are.
I'm his goddamn partner.
It's your partner, Satellite Officer Bitmar.
Okay.
Did he lose his memory along with his fucking badge?
Man in the background sounds like he's losing his
Who
patience.
lost his badge?
Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you think?
It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity.
Says, fighting off laughter.
Dick Mullen is not your name. It's the name of a fictional detective who would not lose his badge. Defend yourself. Immediately. They laugh at you.
Haha, officer has lost his badge. Haha, like I'm the first cop to ever misplace his badge. We just move on. I want to get a report and be done with it.
10-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you are in pursuit of your misplaced badge. Over.
Write
Fuck
down your
me.
badge.
Mac, come here. You've got to hear this. Dick Mullen lost his badge.
What's going on?
Super Cop here lost his badge.
He lost his what now?
His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge.
He's just sort of saying he lost his badge. I've other things.
10-9, come again. I didn't get that. Over.
Animated conversation in the back is making it difficult for him to
New
hear.
heights even for Captain Sober.
Ask him. Ask him if he's lost his gun, Tim.
Room roars with
Sergeant
laughter.
Orson wants to know if you lost your gun too. Over.
Check your pockets. Check your... Holy fuck. You don't know where it is, do you?
Oh god, it's not here.
Okay, it's gone. Your gun is most definitely gone.
10-9, come in, officer. Did you get my question? We were wondering about your gun. Over.
Convince them you didn't lose your gun.
Lying over the phone, it's easy. Just say it like it's the truth, and then it becomes it.
No, of course.
He says he didn't.
Thank God for that. That would have been a nightmare. I don't even want to imagine the poor prick who has to relay that kind of news to the captain. Losing his badge is bad enough. Tell him to find it and fast. We can't have some gangbanger running around with it.
We're all glad to hear you've not lost your gun, officer. You need further assistance. Over.
This might sound odd, but there's personal details I'd like to discuss.
Okay, 10-4, sir. I hear you. Relay your question. Over.
Wait, before you say anything stupid, think it through. You're going to be looking at a straitjacket if you tell everyone you lost your memory. Be smart about this. Ask if he's there alone.
10-4, sir. I'm not hearing your question. Excuse me, sir.
So
Over.
I've heard of them, that's all.
No, sir, I haven't. You're not really keen on mentioning your home life, so I've always assumed things weren't that good on that front. Over.
Yeah, let's wrap this up.
10-9, repeat message. I didn't get that, sir. Over.
What? What is it? What can he possibly still want from us?
He seems intoxicated and keeps asking me to call him by his name.
Mullen's drunk and emotionally aggressive. That's new.
Wrap it up. Don't indulge in his drunken antics.
Yeah, let's wrap this up.
Understood, sir. Over.
10-10, transmission completed.
Roger that. 10-10. Over and out.
Run your fingers over this thing.
The white suede feels luxurious under the touch, and the metal clutch handle so very familiar in your palm. Your fingers waste no time closing around the handle. Clutch disengaged. Release the handle. Clutch drops. Right foot yearns for the familiar touch of the accelerator pedal. You have synced with the machine's mechanical circulation.
I know how to operate this
You
machine.
feel an uninterrupted connection to the mechanics.
Doesn't mean I know how to pilot it.
After a while, you realize silence is your only answer. Do what you will with it.
At least the clutch and squeeze it.
Of course it's only in your head. Of course it is. But it almost feels as if the clutch handle is gently squeezing back.
How are you, my
The
friend?
smell of freshly treated leather, the lack of dirt and dust on the dashboard, and a neat little brush in the cup holder, all seem to be whispering, "I'm good, cherished and cared for, in the hands of a tending owner."
Where have you been?
So strange. The machine is not on the bottom of the seat at all. It's right in front of you, well kept. Why did it say that?
Okay. So strange. The machine is not on the bottom of the sea at all. It's right in front of you, well kept.
The handle is pulled back. Somewhere deep inside the drivetrain, the disc is mated to the flywheel again. In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers, a radio. As you tap on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks as if startled. It's in the large orange sector, indicating the engine is warm. Next to the gauge is a red switch labeled heat.
There's no use pressing the heat button. It won't start without the ignition key.
Translation: we're not going anywhere right now.
Okay then. Right you are. Skill points. I've got. Oh, I can spend it anywhere. We've got skill points. So I'm going to go with volition. What tools did we pick up? Crowbar. And a torch. Track down your badge. Track down your gun now. I'm going to try and crack open that thing, and then I think we're good to get that food. It's been a while since I've said I wanted food.
This trash container is locked. The sliding, just a trash container. Your fingers start to itch just looking at that.
We could try using a pry bar, the one you took from my motor carriage. We might want to ask for a key from the manager of the Whirling in Rags. He probably has one. And he also has information.
No matter how strong you think you are, this is really not something you should be attempting to do with your bare hands.
Wait, so what?
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, "Force time isn't happening." You've jammed the pry bar under the lid, but it just isn't bending. There's a creaking sound as the pry bar slips under the lid. You hang from it like a moron, huffing and puffing. Clearly the technique is wrong, but nothing else comes to mind.
Ow. That was stupid.
Unsatisfying, hurtful. You hear a ringing sound, but not quite hollow. The can seems to be full.
The quality of metal is not the problem. From what I see, it's sturdy enough. Let's ask the manager for the key. This is clearly not work.
Okay, well, on that note, thanks for spending the time with me. Hope you had a marvellous time. Hope you have a marvellous time for the rest of the day as well. Shall see you soon. Have have a great day. Bye.